keto diet can't help you to lose weight. It is a scam. Even worse, it can double your risk of heart disease and shorten your lifespan. I'm Steven, a nutritionist from HKU and a current physio student. I've tried so many different types of diet, and it took me years to find the best diet for me. In this video, I'm gonna explain why I believe the keto diet is one of the worst diets for weight loss. You may ask, why do many people lose weight and get healthier on a keto diet? The answer is simple: luck. No offense, but let's take a look at a typical keto story. Jack was a 45-year-old office worker who weighed 100 kilograms and had high blood pressure and diabetes. He had been visiting the clinic for 5 years. The doctor asked him to manage his weight and prescribed him some medications, but his weight didn't change. His health got worse. He felt disappointed and hopeless because nothing seemed to work. Then one day he watched a YouTube video called Keto Diet, the best diet for weight loss and reversing chronic conditions. The video taught him to replace all carbohydrates in his diet with fat. By doing that, he would become fit, healthy, and reverse his health issues. And he was amazed by the benefits of keto and decided to give it a try. The next morning, Jack ordered a salad with ham, eggs, avocado for the breakfast. Before, he usually had a sandwich with fries and soda. In just 1 week, he lost 2 kilograms. 3 months later, he had lost 10 kilograms. And after a year, he had lost 30 kilograms. No more diabetes, no more high blood pressure, and no more medications. Now, Jack became a keto promoter and he tells people how keto saved his life. And you can see these stories all over the internet. But here's the problems. Besides changing the types of food, do you know what else changed? Yes, calories. Many people on keto eat fewer calories without even realizing it, simply because they stopped eating snacks and some high-calorie food that rich in carbohydrate. Before keto, Jack's breakfast was 1,000 calories. After switching to keto, it was only 400 calories. That's a 600 calories reduction in just one meal. If he eats 3 meals a day, that's an 1,800 calorie difference each day. In just 1 week, he consumes 12,600 fewer calories. For someone who don't know, 3,500 calories equals to 0.45 kg of fat. So Jack could lose 1.5 to 2 kg of fat in a week just from the calorie deficit. But he mistakenly gives all the credit to keto. So the secret to weight loss on keto is simple: calorie deficit. If you eat more calories than your body needs, the extra energy is stored as fat. But if you eat fewer calories than your body needs, your body have to burn fat for energy. It's as simple as that: energy in, energy out. Most people don't realize this, why keto works for them. And that's why I say many success stories on keto is mostly luck. We need to understand that it's not the medications or doctors failing to treat diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease. If you want to reverse these chronic conditions, weight management and lifestyle changes are the most important factors. But once you achieve weight loss, even a small amount of weight loss, let's say 5 to 10% of your total body weight, it can make a huge difference for your health. But the truth is, not all the patients do this because it requires a lot of effort to monitor diet and exercise. From those stories, we see that reducing carbohydrate intake can be helpful because it decreases the calorie intake. But it doesn't mean you should cut out all carbohydrates unless you want to shorten your life. On a keto diet, almost 90% of your energy intake comes from fat. And there are 4 types of fat in our diet: monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, saturated, and trans fat. When we consume too much saturated fat and trans fat, it can be harmful to our body. Saturated fat are mainly found in animal-based foods like fatty meat and butter, while trans fat are mainly found in highly processed foods like fried food and processed snacks. A study suggests that people on keto diet often consume more saturated fat and highly processed animal products, and high intake of saturated fat and trans fat can raise the LDL level, or we call bad cholesterol. And LDL transports cholesterol from the liver to other tissue, but too much LDL can form plaque in our blood vessels, and this can cause an artery to become narrowed or completely blocked. In these conditions, it can be fatal. A study shows that keto diet can increase LDL level and double the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes. In addition to cardiovascular risks, another study shows that extremely high or low carbohydrate intake increase the risk of mortality. Mortality means the chance of someone dying. But what if you only consume healthy plant-based food? on keto. A study supports that plant-based keto is healthier than animal-based keto diet, but it also indicates a moderate carbohydrate intake, around 50 to 55% of daily energy, is the best choice for increasing your lifespan. If you still want to try keto, focus on healthy fat sources. WHO recommends limiting saturated fat to less than 10% and trans fat to less than 1% of your total energy intake. From my perspective, nothing beats a balanced diet, and you don't need to micromanage your macronutrients. Just follow some basic principles and you will get the best results. And here are 5 important principles from my experience. The first principle is you have to eat sufficient protein, at least 0.8 gram per kilogram. Let's say a 60 kilogram person needs to eat 48 gram protein. And the second principle is you have to take a moderate carbohydrate and fat intake. The number doesn't need to be exact, but you have to make sure each meal includes some carbs and fats. The third principle is you don't skip fruits and vegetables because they are essential for our bodies. The fourth principle is limit snacks to a few bites. You don't need to completely cut them out if your overall diet is healthy. The fifth principle is you have to monitor your body weight and adjust your food intake based on the weight trends. These principles are flexible because the more restrictive the diet is, the harder it is to stick with. Don't make your diet harder than it needs to be. The best diet is the one that you can maintain for your whole life. Not everyone is a bodybuilder who needs to get shredded abs. You can get an amazing physique by following these 5 principles. And also don't beat yourself up when you can't follow the diet. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The journey will have ups and downs, and that's fine. As long as you have the right mindset, you will get back on track. Remember, balance is key. Just like drinking too much or too little water can be harmful, the same goes for carbohydrates. It's all about finding the right balance. What are your thoughts on the keto diet? Do you struggle with fat loss? Let me know in the comments and I will answer, and I will see you in the next video.